arrival in this country and those issues that I've looked at in those poems and the reason why we have to move, I call it following our wealth to the north. And so we came here. I was very lucky my family didn't move to England. I came here age 30 on tour at the invitation of Linton Kwesi Johnson and started just touring and reciting poetry. And I stayed here as a teacher in a college for a few years. And you know, most people when they came here, they thought 5 years. When they came on the Windrush, 5 years. And I saved enough to go home, buy that little piece of land in the village, build a house, 2 cow, 2 goat, and 4 chicken. And 40 years later, they were here with children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And now some of them are moving back home at last. But they're leaving generations here without the identity of their grandparents, without the family history and the extended family that has so saved us over the years. This is called the arrival of Bright Eye. And many of our foreparents, when they came to this country, they had to leave their children behind with grandparents and uncles and aunties and cousins. And then they came and set up house. And then when they realized they were not going to get back home, they sent for the children one by one. And this is the story of a little girl who was left at 2 years old, and then her mother sent for her when she was 7. My mommy gone over the ocean. My mommy gone over the sea. She gone there to work for some money. And then she gonna send back for me. Mommy sent this dress for my 7th birthday. I born the day before Christmas. And she sent the shoes and the hat to match. I wear it to church that very Christmas Sunday. And when I come out into the village square on the way to church with Granny, all the old men them singing and laughing. Bright eye, going red, white, and blue. Bright eye, you pretty for true. And Granny said, don't walk so bossy. Mind you buck your toe and fall down and tear up the dress upon rock stone. Because I'm going to fold it up this very evening. As soon as you take it off, fold it up back in some crepe paper with 2 camphor balls and put it right in the suitcase, right in that suitcase that you're going to carry to England. Cross the sea, girl. You're going across the sea, and a little water fall from Granny eye, which make her cross, because she shake me hand off her dress where I was holding on to make sure that I don't fall down, for the shoes hard to walk in on rock stone, and she wipe her eye with her kerchief. And I looking up in Granny face. I know Granny face good. She says me, my mother, and Grandpa put all the lines in it. And I'm wondering, which lines is mine? And I know Granny face good when sunshine and the flowers bloom, and when rain fill up the water barrel, and when drought and the bean tree dead, and when Grandpa tell a rude joke. I know Granny face good, but now she wipe her eye and lock up her face tight, and something lock up tight in my throat, because I can't remember my mother face at all. I cannot remember my mother face at all. And all the time after that, Granny finger in the silver thimble flashing, sewing on the red, white, and blue lace she buy at market, sewing it onto the church hat to make pretty bonnet to go with the dress. And she said, I must put on the whole outfit when I reach, so my mother can see how I'm pretty and how she take good care of me. And she packed the cod liver oil pill them in the bag. And said, must remember to take one every day on the boat, so my skin would still shine when I reach. And when the boat leaving, all the old men in the village singing, bright eye, going across the sea. Bright eye, mother sent for she. Bright eye, you go and remember we? And the children playing one game and clapping. Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, life is but a dream. And the bus to town, and Granny crying, and the boat, and the woman that Granny put me in the charge of, and day and night, and it getting cold all the way in a dream to England. And I dress up, you see, the day that we arrive. And all the boastness that Granny warned me about come back when I dress up. And the shoes don't fit so good now, but I'm wearing them. And I think my mother going to be there to meet the boat. And I'm looking hard. For Granny said, Coliver oil pill good for eyesight too. So I sure I see my mother. Way over there where people watching the boat come in. It must be my mother. Because she have a big red, white and blue umbrella. And Granny must sit right and tell her the colors that I'm wearing. She must know the colors that I'm wearing. And I'm pulling the lady hand to come off the boat. And I'm hoping no rock stone not there to walk on in the shoes. For they're not so pretty now. For no sun nor shine. But I'm hoping no rock stone not there to fall down on. And I'm pulling the lady hand to go that way. And she's saying, no. This is Southampton. We have to catch the train to London. Your mother going to meet us in London. But I'm not hearing she, for that must be my mother with a red, white and blue umbrella. And I'm pulling her to go that way. At the same time, a big breeze just bust out of nowhere. And the umbrella just swell up and turn inside out and take off like a ship. And it's a white woman with white hair. And it's not my mother at all. It's this white woman with white hair. And it's not my mother. It's not my mother. It's not my mother at all. It's not my mother at all. And I want to wee. I want to wee, but in the sea. I want to wee, but in the sea. I want to wee till all of me run out. All the way back home to my granny